Lesson 8. Achieving Longevity Through Ikigai. Hello there, and welcome back to our journey of discovering your purpose in life and how to live it with meaning and fulfillment. In this lesson, we'll explore the concept of living longer and how it's connected to the idea of Ikigai. It's fascinating to note that the world's largest concentration of centenarians are translated. People who lived 100 years or more reside in the Okinawa prefecture, a collection of more than 150 islands off the southwestern coast of Japan in the East China Sea. Researchers have studied the people of Okinawa along with those living in other locations dubbed blue zones, which are geographic regions where people live the longest. And how fitting is it that the culture responsible for forging the concept of Ikigai is the same culture with the people living the longest, happiest lives on the planet. Many researchers feel like this is no coincidence. Dan Buettner, in his book titled The Blue Zones, analyzed some similarities among the people living in these blue zones. In Sardinia, locals on the island drink 1 to 2 glasses of wine per day paired with a diet rich in vegetables and with a tight-knit community. Ikigai, Greece, has earned the nickname the Island of Long Life, and for good reason. About 1 in 3 inhabitants here are over the age of 90. The daily lifestyle of these islanders has been much the same since 500 BC. So, what can we learn from these blue zones and how can we apply it to our own lives? One of the key factors is having a sense of purpose or Ikigai. It's essential to wake up every day with a reason to live, to have something to look forward to and strive for. Ikigai is more than just a job or a career. It's a deeper sense of fulfillment and meaning that permeates all aspects of life. Another important factor is diet. The people in these blue zones tend to have a plant-based diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. They also consume little to no processed foods, and their protein comes from mostly plant-based sources such as beans, lentils, and nuts. This diet not only promotes longevity but also reduces the risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease and cancer. Physical activity is another important factor in living a long and healthy life. The people in these blue zones engage in daily physical activity, such as walking, gardening, or other low-impact exercises. Exercise doesn't have to be strenuous or high-impact to be beneficial. The key is to keep moving and stay active, even into old age. A sense of community is also vital for living a long and happy life. In these blue zones, people tend to live in close-knit communities, where they have strong social ties with family, friends, and neighbors. They often engage in activities together, such as cooking, gardening, or playing games. Having a supportive network of people around you can provide a sense of belonging and purpose, which can improve overall well-being. Another factor in the blue zones is stress reduction. The people in these areas tend to have a more relaxed and laid-back lifestyle, which reduces stress levels. They often take time to relax and unwind, whether it's through meditation, napping, or spending time with loved ones. Reducing stress is essential for maintaining overall health and well-being. The concept of Ikigai is closely linked to living a long and happy life. Having a sense of purpose and fulfillment, a healthy diet, regular physical activity, a strong sense of community, and stress reduction are all key factors in living a long and healthy life. Incorporating these elements into your life can help you discover your Ikigai and live a life of purpose and fulfillment. It's interesting to note that 3 of the blue zone regions are actually islands. This means that resources can be scarce and are often shared, leading to a tight-knit community where helping one another is necessary for survival. In these cases, the purpose of helping those in your community can be an Ikigai in itself. However, it's not just about sharing resources or living on an island. But what is it about the people of Okinawa that sets them apart? Residents of this region eat an abundance of vegetables and tofu, as we mentioned, but served in many small dishes, and they credit their longevity to living by the philosophies of Ikigai and Moai. The Moai serves as a way to create and maintain meaningful relationships and to promote the health and longevity of its members through social connection and support. The people in these blue zones also share certain habits and traits that contribute to their long lives. They tend to have strong social networks and meaningful relationships, often living with or near family members. They also stay active, engaging in physical activity daily, and have a sense of purpose or Ikigai, something that gives their lives meaning and direction. So, how can we apply these lessons to our own lives? While we may not all live on an island or be able to follow the same diet as the people of Okinawa, we can adopt some of their habits and principles. We can focus on building strong relationships with family and friends, staying active, and finding our own sense of purpose or Ikigai. It's also worth noting that the blue zones were not created intentionally. but rather evolved over time. The people living in these regions did not set out to live long lives, but rather focused on living in a way that made them happy and fulfilled. And it's this focus on living a life of purpose and meaning that has led to their longevity. So, as we continue on our own journey to discover our Ikigai and live a life of purpose and meaning, let's also take a cue from the blue zones and focus on building strong relationships, staying active, and finding joy and fulfillment in our everyday lives. Who knows, we might just be able to add a few extra years to our own lives in the process. In fact, these commonalities seem to be the very foundation of a life well lived. Taking care of yourself and your body is equally important if you want to enjoy it for as long as possible. These long-lived individuals engage in light exercise, such as walking or gardening, which helps keep them mobile and independent well into their later years. And let's not forget about the importance of social connections. It's easy to get caught up in our busy lives and forget the value of good friendships and family relationships. But those living in blue zones make it a priority to form close social connections, which have been shown to not only improve mental health but also increase life expectancy. And finally, it's essential to maintain a positive attitude about life. Studies have shown that having a sense of purpose and optimism can have a significant impact on one's health and longevity. After all, who wants to live to be 100 if every waking moment is miserable? It seems that the key to living a long and fulfilling life lies in finding your Ikigai, nourishing your body with a healthy diet and light exercise, maintaining strong social connections, and maintaining a positive attitude towards life. By prioritizing these aspects of life, we too can strive towards living as long and joyfully as those in the world's blue zones. We must remember that we are not just our bodies, nor are we just our minds. We are complex beings that require attention to all facets of our being in order to live our best lives. This means that we need to take care of our bodies by nourishing them with healthy foods, engaging in regular exercise, and getting enough rest. We need to ensure that we are not overeating, especially foods that are high in fat, sugar, and sodium. Instead, we should focus on eating a balanced diet, rich in fresh vegetables, fruits, lean protein, and healthy fats. We must also keep our minds engaged and active. This can be done through activities such as reading, learning new skills, and staying socially connected with others. As we mentioned earlier, humans are social creatures, and our relationships with others play a crucial role in our overall well-being. So, if you found yourself becoming more isolated as you've gotten older, take some time to reflect on why that might be and work to rekindle those important connections in your life. To sum it up, living a long and healthy life is not just about eating well or exercising regularly. It's also about finding your purpose in life and pursuing it with passion and enthusiasm. It's about staying engaged in your community, forming close social connections, keeping a well-engaged mind, and living in a way that is sustainable and meaningful for you. So, let's commit to ourselves to make small changes each day that will lead us towards a healthier and more fulfilling life.